Purushottam, the class is there. ಕಾಯ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಆ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಜಾ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. Yes, only this much strength. Okay, can you all sit bit neatly so that even I feel like yes I have to do the class. ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಕುತ್ಕೊಳ್ರು, ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಕುತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ sit properly in a line. Some is sitting there, some is sitting there. Good afternoon, online students. Sandhya, what is GD afternoon, ma'am? Good afternoon. Okay, you missed you. Okay. Can someone close the door? Okay. What we learned yesterday? Don't know. Ma'am, I was absent, ma'am. Ma'am, yesterday I was absent due to network issue. Can you tell me topics you discussed yesterday? Yesterday, what topics did I discuss? Selectors. Selectors and div and span tag and ashte. Didn't I tell what is align, text align? Yes or no? Yes, Purushottam, yesterday I did div and span tag, how to align the text, and then types of selectors. Okay, what are the different types of selectors? ID selector, class selector, element selector, group selector. How do you represent ID selector? Hashtag. How do you represent group selector? You people think that still you people are kids that I'll ask line one after another. I can jumble, no? Okay, government exam. Okay. Yeah. How do you represent group selector? Element 1, comma, element 2. Yes. How do you represent element is over. Yeah. How do you represent element selector? Element selector. By just writing the element name. Yes or no? How do you represent class selector? With dot. Yes. You have the next type of selector that is called as universal selector. Can we get the recordings of yesterday? No, ma'am. Yay. Nimmu keltala kano. Ma'am na kelta idini. Ma'am. Alle reply mabidu. Okay. The next type of selector is universal selector. Guys, universal selector is nothing but ID selector you will be using hashtag. Class selector you will be using dot. Element selector you will be using the element name. Group selector you will be writing the element name with a comma and element 2. Universal selector you will just represent it with star. In SQL, if I want to select all the elements in the table, you will mention star, no? Yes. Okay. You will just mention with the star and the name and then whichever properties you want to pass to. Okay. Next one, you have something called as child selector. Child selector. What do you mean by child selector? What do you mean by child selector? Okay, first of all, tell me, what do you mean by parent element or what do you mean by child element? You people know this? What is parent element? What is child element? Yes or no? Parent element is also called as root element. Child element is also called as successor. Yes or no? Now, after that, you people have also learnt about something called as list. List. Yes or no? Clear? Now, what are the different types of lists? Ordered list. So now, let me write. What is the type of selector? Which type of selector now I'm using? I'm using the selector called as child selector. Child selector. Okay. So now, let me take one example of your list. Let me take an example of your list. Okay. In list, what are the different types of lists we saw? In list, we saw the very first type of list, that is ordered list. Okay. And next one we saw unordered list. And the last one we saw something called as description list. Yeah, you learned this one. How do you represent ordered list? You will represent ordered list like this. Yes or no? How do you represent unordered list? You will. How do you represent description list? Ma'am, idella gottu ma'am nunge. What is the new which you are teaching here? So now, for an example, let me consider one example. Okay. In this example, let me consider ordered list and unordered list. Okay. How do you represent? No. So now for an example, how do you represent unordered list? Unordered list representation. I mean like bullets alva. Yes or no? So unordered list. First one, let me name this as item 1. Okay. Next one, I will take another one unordered list. That one I will name it as item 2. Ma'am, yeah, ma'am, item 1, item 2 ಅಂತ ಬರೀತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. Item ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ರಿ. This is item, something. Okay. So now, inside this item 1 and item 2, this is an unordered list. Inside this one, let me consider one ordered list. Inside this, let me consider one ordered list. And let me take sub-item 2.1. And the second one, I will take sub-item 2.2. This is unordered list. This is ordered list. Again, let me take one unordered list. Okay. Again, let me take one unordered list. Okay. So let me take one unordered list. This is also a form of bullets. Yes or no? Yes or no? So let me take this as sub-item 2.1.1. Sub-item 2.1.1. Okay. I will take another unordered list. And let me mention this as sub-item 2.1.2. Okay. Let me consider one more ordered list. And let me take this as sub-item 2. What is this, ma'am? This is just an example. What is that example? I have not yet said it. Okay. So now, can I say this one is my ordered list? This is my unordered list. This one is ordered list. This one is unordered list. This one is ordered list. Ma'am, I know all this. But what do you want to tell? Now, my requirement is I want to change the color of list items. I want to change the color of list items. So can I say all these are list items? Irrespective of ordered list, unordered list, or description list. All these are list items. Yes. My requirement is, I want to change the color of all the list items to blue. All the list items to blue. Ma'am, easy, ma'am. Easy, no? But there is one change here. The change is, I don't want to change the color of all the lists. But instead, I want to change the color of unordered list. That too not unordered list. I want to change the immediate child of the unordered list. So what is my requirement here? What is the requirement? The requirement is, what is the requirement? Can you please tell me? Requirement change the color. Your color, non color. Huh? So what is my requirement? My requirement is, I want to change the color of unordered list, but not the unordered list, but I want to change the color of immediate child of unordered list. I want to change the color of immediate child of unordered list. You understood my requirement? Yes, forget about immediate child. You just see here, I want to change the color of unordered list. But which unordered list? You have two unordered lists here. Yes or no? You have, this is one unordered list and this is second unordered list. But I want to change the immediate child of unordered list. You understood till here? Online students, clear till here? My dear online students, clear till here? Bega, reply madri, everyone. Okay. You understood? I want to change. You have two unordered lists. So only I'm saying I want to change the color of immediate child of unordered list. Now, in these two unordered lists or in this list, you have two unordered lists. Can you tell me which is the immediate child? Second one. This one. Unordered list. Not ordered list. This is ordered list. OL is ordered list. I want to say for unordered list. Unordered list means which is there in bullet form. Okay. I want to change the color of, see, if I just say I want to change the color of unordered list, this color will also change, this color will also change. But now I'm saying immediate child of unordered list. Now tell me, in these two, which is the immediate child for unordered list? Sub item of 2.1.1. Okay, that is the immediate child. Okay, this is also the child item. Yes. Now tell me, for this one, for this sub item 2.1.1, that is your child item. Yes. Tell me which is the parent element to this. Sub item 2.2. Really? 2.1 na 2.2 na? 2.1. Why that is the parent element? Ma'am, first all bardidira ma'am adikoskara na. Why? Why? Okay, I will ask you one question. Why? Second, yeah, okay, that is correct. But you said this is the child item and this is also the child item. This is the immediate child of unordered list and this is the second child of unordered list. Yes or no? Yes or no? But I am saying this is the child. Okay, correct. It is correct. But this is the parent element to this. You said, ma'am, sub item 2.1 is the child, sorry, parent element. Why? Why can't it be 2.2? No, there is no indentation here because it is not a code. It is just an example where I've taken unordered list and ordered list. That's all. Now you people tell me for this one, why can't subitem 2.2 be the parent element for this? And why you are saying that, ma'am, 2.1 is the parent element? Why? According to the numbering you're going. Okay, for this one you're saying, ma'am, for this one, this is the child element. For this one, this is the child element. Yes, like that. Like that? No. But you people said, ma'am, 2.1 is the child parent element. Why? 2.1.1 is the immediate child. I'm asking which is the parent element for this. 2.1. 2.2 agalva? Huh? Okay. I'll make it even more simpler. Okay. So now, you people have studied science and all, no? Science alla odidira tane? Science nanagantu barala. My branch is science only, but I don't know science properly. Okay. So now, okay, I'll write like this. Yesterday I did something called a selector. Yes or no? Yesterday I did something called a selector. And for that selector, I said types of selector. Subheading. Yes or no? I said types of selectors. And next one, I said first one you have ID selector. And then you have second one, class select. Okay. Class selector. Now tell me, which is the immediate child? ID selector is the immediate child. Correct. ID selector is the immediate child. IC anta bandre ಆಮೇಲೆ U ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ IC U ಅಂತ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರಾ. Okay. Immediate child is this. Yes. Now tell me which is the parent element. Types of selectors. Then why there you said ma'am for subitem 2.1.1, 2.1 is the parent element. So now can I say subitem 2.2 is the parent element? Yes or no? If you compare this one, if this is the child, immediate child, which is the parent element, not selectors, it is types of selectors. Yes, it belongs to the group of selectors, but it comes under types of selectors. Yes or no? Now, for this unordered list, now you are saying, man, change, shift. Subitem 2.2 is the parent element. Yes or no? I will say wrong. I will say wrong. Then which is the parent element? Then which is the parent element? I know this is a bit confusing. It nanu kalibekara nanu tale kudlela kerkondidini. But still, I know it is a bit difficult. It's not difficult. Do people understand properly? Okay. I will give still more one. I said for the subitem 2.1.1, neither of this is parent element. Why, ma'am? I will say for this subitem 2. Okay, I will say like this. You have dog here, okay, and you have cat here. Okay, can dog and cat be the same? Can dog and cat be the same? Dog has different structure. Cat has different structure. Or if you take, ma'am, no, ma'am, I will go for hybrid cat. Cat cannot grow as tall as dog. Yes or no? Yes or no? Man is a man, woman is a woman. Man cannot become woman unless and until they go undergo operation. Yes or no? Yes or no? So, in the same way, can you match between ordered list and unordered list? Can you build any relationship between ordered list and unordered list? Can you build? Can you build or not? Then which is the parent element? Huh? Then which is the parent element? There is no parent element here. You have the parent element. You have the parent element, but I don't have any. I have not written any parent element. For an unordered list, you will have unordered list parent item only. For an ordered list, you will have ordered list parent element only. Clear? So now for the subitem 2.1.1, there is one parent element which is an unordered list, not an ordered list. Why? The same example. See, ordered list is in number format. Unordered list is in bullet format. Can you compare these two? Can you compare these two? Can I say, Appa illappa nee ನಮ್ಮ ಅಮ್ಮ ತರ ಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಅಮ್ಮ ತರ ನಡ್ಕೊ? Can I say like this? Can I say like this? No, no. In the same manner, unordered list and ordered list have no match. So, for this sub item 2.1.1, there is one parent element, but that is an imaginary parent element. That is an imaginary parent element. So now, if you write the code, what will happen? You can also say, ma'am, for this one also the same thing? Yes. This is the immediate child. But for this one, you have one more parent. Parent element, that is an unordered list. If you ask for this one ordered list, for this one also you have an imaginary parent ordered list. Clear? Guys, clear? This example is a bit confusing, I know. See, suppose I write one parent element here of unordered list only. Okay. If I write, don't write that one. Okay. If I write like this. Oh, sorry. Now you people are getting bit confused. Okay, for an example, imaginary I am writing. Imaginary I am writing. For this one, I will say now tell me which is the parent element. Which is the parent element? Sub item. Yes or no? This is the immediate child. Yes. For this one also I will write. Which is the immediate child to this item? Item 1. So can I say this is the parent element and this is the child element? Now, according to my example which I took, I am just removing this parent element. I am not mentioning any parent element. I'm not mentioning any parent element. But you have to imagine that there is one for an unordered list immediate child element, you have one imaginary parent element which is of unordered list. Clear? Clear? Understood the example? Now, according to my requirement, I want to change the color of immediate child of unordered list. So if I pass some properties to unordered list, which unordered list will change? These two? These two? Yes or no? Can we see it in the code? Yes. Pakka. Do you want me to write it on the board and then show it in the computer, or directly can I show it in the computer? Directly. Or in the kutkondo antar. Online students, clear? Hey, practically I'll show it. Have some patience. Okay, shall I start? But before that, please copy this example. Please copy this example. ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರಾಗ್ಲೇ ಗ್ಯಾಪಲ್ಲೇ ಬರ್ದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. Guys, did you people understand the requirement which I said? Any doubts? May I know your name? You understood? Pakka. Pakka. Okay. Pakka ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? You know Kannada? No. Telugu? ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಯಾಕೋ ತೆಲುಗು. Okay. What you didn't understand? This is the example which I gave, right? In code you want me to show? Shall I clear this? Yes. Yes or no? No. Yes, no. But you understood the requirement. Can I call you Krishna? Done? Done or not? Aita. Everyone, when I am teaching, please don't use your laptops. Please listen. Please listen. Okay? ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತಿಬ್ರು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ? Okay. So now, let me write the code only first. Shall I write the code instead of showing? Okay. So now, if you people just observe the code, the same doc type HTML I've taken. Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay. Let me write this one. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಬರೆಯಕ್ಕೆ ಗಾಂಚಿದ್ವಿ. Okay, so now let me remove this. So now what will I give the title? See, first of all, I have saved it as descendant selectors. Okay, you mention whichever name you want. Now the title I will take it as child and descendant selector. Okay, first of all, let us see what is child selector. Okay, done. So now the same example, you want me to write the example once again? Shall I write? ಏನಾದ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ರು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಗರ ಬಿಡ್ದವ್ರಂಗ್ ಕೂತಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ. Shall I? ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಳ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ವಿ? ಬರೀಲಾ ಬೇಡ್ವಾ? ಬೇಡ ಬರ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. Clear? Clear? So now, inside this body tag, first of all, I want to write the list. Yes, sir. So first of all, what tag I have to use here? ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಬಿದ್ದೋಗ್ತೀನಿ ಇವತ್ತೆ. UL. Direct. Directly you will use UL. Yes or no? Yes or no? ನೀವು ಕಳ್ರೋ correct. Okay. So now, first one I have my unknown text here. So I will mention UL tag. Yes or no? And inside this UL tag, you have your very first list item. Yes or no? So let me mention Li. And what is the first list item name? It is nothing but item 1. Okay. And after this, you have another one list item. What is that? You have something called as item 2. Clear? One is done. Next one, what do you have? You have ordered list. Yes or no? So now I will take OL tag, and inside this OL tag, let me mention the list items. Yes or no? Guys, yes or no? If you people don't reply, I will not understand. So this one I will take sub item 2.1. And here I will take sub item. Let me take here also. Sub item 2.2. Clear? Done. One unordered list is over, and one ordered list is over. Which is the next one? Next one is unordered list. Again, UL tag. Yes or no? And inside this UL tag, let me take LI tag, and let me mention the first one, that is sub item 2.1. Yes or no? Again, you have another one list item there. So then I will take it as sub item 2.1.2. Clear till here? I'll save this. Shall I save this? Now let me go and run this program. Wait, let me zoom this. The same example. Now I'll write the example. The same example. Yes or no? So what is my first requirement? My first requirement is I want to change the immediate child element. I want to change the immediate child element of which list? Of unordered list to blue color. Yes or no? So now let me go to the program, and now where will you type all these? Where will you type all these? Inside the style tag or not? Yes. So let me mention style tag. Okay. And now inside this style tag, I said I want to change the color of unordered list, immediate child of unordered list. Okay. I will write something here. Unordered list. Unordered list only for unordered list only I'm changing the color. I will say unordered list, and those unordered lists are nothing but your list items. Yes or no? Inside that unordered list, you have two list items. Yes or no? So I will just take unordered list greater than list items. Unordered list greater than list items. And then what I will do? I want to change some color. That is what I said. Yes or no? So let me go here and I will say color, and I will give. Okay. I'll save this. Will this work? Will this work? Yeah, I didn't mention another one. Guys, I didn't mention another one ordered list. Which is that? You forgot another one ordered list, no? Which is that? OL, and I will have to mention LI. I didn't for sub item 2.3. Save this. Now, what's happened? What's happening, guys? Color change. For what? Unordered list. Why it changed to only unordered list? Immediate child, I said. So this was the first child element. After that, for that one, which is another one child element? This one only. Yes. So I said, for this one, you have another one parent element. That is the unordered list. Yes or no? Yes. See, if this was the parent element, the color would never change. Yes or no? The color would never change. Why? Because this is an ordered list. This is an unordered list. So even the HTML code also knows that for this unordered list, these two are the immediate child. But you have one imaginary parent unordered. Same with the first one. Same with the first one. Yes. Clear with this? That is only called as child selector. Where you are selecting only the immediate child of the parent element. So for this one, I have not mentioned any parent element, but there is an imaginary unordered list parent. So only the color got changed. If this was the parent element, this would never change. This would never change. Yes or no? And next, yes, clear with this? Okay. For unordered list, you change the color. Now I want to change the color for ordered list. I want to change the color for ordered list. Immediate set of the ordered list. Immediate set. This also, don't you think? You have an image. Now don't tell that ma'am, item 2 is this parent element for the sub item 2.1. No. For this one, you have imaginary parent ordered. Have imaginary parent ordered list. Those types of selectors are called as descendant selectors. Okay. Those type of selectors are called as descendant selectors. Clear? Clear, guys? So now, ma'am, I want to change the color of the what? Ordered list. So now, I have to mention ordered list. Yes or no? Greater than list items. Yes or no? And for that one, let me give background color. Okay, let me give background color and let me take it as blue white. Save this. Will it work? Can you see? What is happening here? What is happening, guys? Background color, sorry. I gave the property called as background color. If this was the parent to this one, color will never change. But then the background color got applied to that. Yes or no? Those type of selectors are called as descendant selectors. Clear? Done. What is the general syntax? You will be writing for unordered list. If I want immediate child of unordered list color to change, then you will be using which syntax? You will be using which syntax? For unordered list, I want to change the color. You will be using which syntax? Unordered list and list. Done. Clear with this? Any doubts with child and descendant selector? Ma'am, I want to add border to that one. Can I add border? Can I add border or I cannot add border? Guys, shall we see? Ma'am, your voice is not clear. Now is it clear? Now is it clear? Now is it clear? Yes. Okay. Ma'am, for this one, I want to change the color, ma'am. I want to change the, sorry, I want to give the what color? What, yaar? I want to give the border to this. Can I give border? What is the syntax for border? Border. Width, I'll give 2 pixels. Then style, shall I give it as dotted? You have dotted. Color, I will give it as red. Yes or no? Okay. Let me save this. Will it work? What happened? You're getting it? You're getting it? Yes. Clear with it? Any no? Should I move to the next one? Yes or no? Understood? ಇದೊಂದೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೋಡ್ರೋ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದೊಂದೇ ಮಾಡೋದು ನೀವು ಯಾರನ್ನ ಹಳ್ಳಿ ತರ ಲೊಚ್ಕೊತಿದ್ದು ಕೂಡೆಡ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ ಡೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆರ್ ಸೋ ಇಂಡೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥನೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಓಕೆ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ Done? Any doubt? Any doubt? ಇವಾಗ ಪಕ್ಕ ಅದಾ Krish? No pakka. Or no also you have Chukla side at the side. No. Pakka. Shall I move to the next one? Okay. Next one take down. Next one take down. You have something called as attribute selector. You have something called as attribute selector. Attribute selector. What is the next one? The next one is called as attribute selector. What do you mean by attribute selector? Shall I continue? Yes or no? So now let me directly go with the code. Okay. So now what is the shortcut? Enter yaru heltare nanu hella. Okay. Now what is the title? The title. The title, let me take it as correct. Now inside this body tag, in HTML, you people have learned something called as forms. Yes or no? You have learned about forms. If I want a form to be displayed, or if I want input tag to be not input tag, if I want email tag to be displayed, which tag you will be using first? Okay, let me do. Let me tell like this, ma'am, I just want one small box here. That's all. Which tag you will be using? Which tag you will be using? I will be using input tag. Shall I see whether I will get one box or not? Shall I? Am I getting one Kali box? Yes or no? So when you use input tag, you will get one empty box. That is what you learned in forms. Yes or no? Forms evaporated. Gone. Ma'am, evaporation happened, ma'am. In the last class of HTML class only, when I went outside, evaporated. Everything evaporated. Yes? Yes, sir. Nodu. Nodu. Yes, antar. Ma'am, anna un baya ella un bhakti illa. Okay. Okay. So now let me consider 4 input tags. Let me consider 4 input tags. Okay. So let me write one. Okay, look up. Okay. So now, if you people see in the code, I have got 4 input tags next to each other. I have got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 input tags next to each other. Ma'am, I want it one after another, ma'am. What to do? What tag you have to use? You will be using a tag called as break tag. Okay. BR. Okay. So after each input tag, let me give break tags. So now let me save this. Go back. Refresh. Am I getting it in a proper manner? Am I getting it in a proper manner? Now, my requirement is, before telling about the requirement, let me tell which I have just given the input, but I have not said what type it is. I have not said what type it is. Okay. So now, again, let me go back to the program. And inside this input, I will mention type is equals to email. Oh, before email, I will say type is equals to text. Okay. Type is equals to text. Yes or no? Do you people remember or gone? No. Laughing ladies. Illi avಳು. ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ನಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾಳೆ. Okay. Next one. You have again another one type. Let me take this one also as text. You have another one type. Let me take this type as, let me take this type as email. Okay. Let me take another one. Let me take the type as number. Clear? Let me take the type as number. Clear? Yes or no? Okay, let me save this. What will happen now? How will I get my output? How will I get my output? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing will change, because why I am not getting type here as email, or why am I not getting it as text, number and email? Have I given any label to it? Have I given any label to it? Unless and until you don't give the label, you will not give the name. Yes or no? Okay. So now, online students alive? Online students, ಬದುಕಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಎಲ್ಲ? Online students. Okay, done. So now, let me again go back to the program. Okay. Now, my requirement is wherever the input type is equals to text, wherever the input type is equals to text, I want to give border to it. I want to give border to it. See, usually, if suppose I have not, here, according to my example, have I given any? You have 4 boxes. When you go to the code, you will get to know, okay, the first one is for text, the second one is for text, the third one is for email, and the fourth one is for numbers. Yes or no? But generally, if I see, how will I get to know? How will I know? I will not know. I will not know. Yes or no? So now, I will identify it uniquely. How will you identify, ma'am? Now, I will say wherever the input type is equals to text. Wherever the input type is text. So, you people have written the program, so you people know, okay, ma'am, the first 2 were for text. Yes or no? But now, I don't know anything. I don't know which one is for text, which one is for email, which one is for number. My requirement is wherever the input type is equals to text. Type is text. I want to give the border color as red. Wherever the input type is equals to text, I want to give the border color as red. How to give? How to give, guys? So then, again, you have to go inside the style tag. Yes or no? So now let me go here. And now, after this, let me mention style tag. And inside the style tag, I will open the braces and I will say input. Okay, input. I will add square brackets and I will say type equals what? Type equals text. Clear? Type equals text. And for this one, let me give some property. And for this one, let me give some property. And I have to give the border here. I will say border 2 pixels, solid red. Okay, that is what I said. Yes or no? Yes or no? Should I close this here? Should I close or should I not close? No. I should close or I should not close here. Angular brackets. Huh? Pakka. Okay. What's your name, ma? Hey, what's your name? You. Huh? No. I'm just asking you. Should I mean, I just ask what's your name? Shri? No, Shri anta karite. Okay. So now, You are saying, ma'am, at the end, don't give angular brackets. Starting also don't need. Pakka. Okay. Save this. Why am I not supposed to give angular brackets? Guys, till now, you people have used style tag. Yes or no? Anywhere have I used angular brackets? I have just given property name and property value. Property name, property value with colon and semicolon. Or and curly braces. Have I given anywhere brackets, angular brackets? So don't use it here. So now what I have to do, I have to give input, and for which input? Wherever the type is equals to text, give the border to this. Yes or no? Will it happen? I'll save this. Will it happen or not? Will it happen or not? It's not happening. Why? Why, guys? Why? Come on, use your brains. Why am I not getting the color to red? Ma'am, you have passed the color, ma'am. You have passed everything. But why am I not getting the red color? Why? Come on, answer fast. Answer fast. Online students, why? You have to remove input. Why? If I remove input, how will it get to know which tag, for which one I have to add that border? See, because here and all you have used input type is equals to text. Yes or no? That is the reason you have to mention that. Now I'm not getting the output, ma'am. What to do? Let them identify. What happened, guys? What happened? Ha 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 ha. You What happened, guys? Use your brains. Okay, tell now what is happening there? Input and bracket. Okay, I'll save this. Okay. See, minute things you have to see. Minute things you have to see. Yes or no? This is what is called as concentration in the class. I know you people are not concentrating. Somewhat I am teaching. You people are just listening. Yes? Yes or no? Yes, sir. Very good. Okay. Now, again, ma'am, wherever the input type is equals to email, wherever the input type is equals to email, I want to change the border to, dotted. I want to change the border to dotted, and let me give some color to this. ಯಾವ color? Okay. I'll go here. Is it happening? Yes, is it happening? Is it in dotted format? Yes or no? And for the last one, you tell me one property which I can give to it. Another one, the last type of input left out is email. So now tell me, what will I give for that? What will I give for that? Number. Ma'am, dotted illandre dashed illandre solid. Okay. Let me take this as dashed color. Bangkok. Aquana. ಅದು ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಾಕ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಬಂದ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಿವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. Is it happening? Is happening? Yes, ma'am. Now for this one, can I add n number of properties? Yes or no? Yes or no? So these types of selectors are called as attribute selectors. What is the attribute here? Till in this, what is the attribute which I used? I used the attribute called as type. Yes or no? By using some attribute, I'm passing some content to that, and for that one, I'm giving some properties to it. And then this is what is getting this. Here, done? Any doubts? Any doubts? Krish, any doubts? You only, Ra. Did you understand or you didn't understand? Huh? Akka, I don't feel so. ಇದಕ್ಕೇನಾಯ್ತು ನೋಡಿ ನಿನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಹೇಳಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಇದಾಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ. You understood or you didn't understand? I'll repeat if you want again. Akka. Okay, done. Done with this? Yes or no? Next one, you have something called as adjacent sibling selector. Adjacent sibling selector. Please take this down. Adjacent sibling selector. Online students, clear with this. Clear with attribute selector, everyone. Everyone. Only Tejo is there in the class, no one else is there. Others. Shall I call one? Okay, let me call one single name every time, okay? Abhishek, clear. Adesh, Anu, Monty, Darshan, Manikanta, Krishnamurthy. Okay. Done? Done with this? The next one is called as adjacent sibling selector. Adjacent sibling selector. Before that, how were you representing this group selectors? How were you representing this group selectors? Huh? You were using something called as element 1, comma, element 2. Yes or no? Now, let me go to the same program. Let me go to the same program. After this, I will take one heading tag. I will take one heading tag, that is H3, and I will say this as heading, and I will say this as heading 3, and then I will take another one paragraph tag, and I will mention this as paragraph. Okay. I will take one more heading tag. Let me give break here. I will consider one more heading tag. I will consider one more heading tag, and let me take this as H2 tag. Okay. Clear? Clear? Now, my requirement is after heading tag 3, after heading tag 3, how many other paragraphs is there? After heading tag 3, how many other paragraphs is there? I want to change the color of all those paragraphs. Means, don't you think for this heading, this is the sibling? Yes or no? For this heading, this is the sibling. Yes or no? For this heading, there is one parent element. Yes or no? Same, again come back to your child selector. Yes or no? Guys, are you people following? Really? I don't, yes eldri illa no eldri. Jorag eldri, yes or no? Yes or no? Okay. So now, for H3, this is the sibling selector. Yes. Yes or no? This is the sibling. Sibling means what? Siblings means what? Anna tamma tane. Previous example also, akka idlu. Yaru sub item 1.1.1. For that one, gender nangotilla. Please don't ask the gender. I don't know whether it was he or she, but she had one, sorry, that had one sibling. Yes or no? That is sub item 2.1.2. Correct? Same way here also. For this one, for this is the main heading. For this one, which is the sibling here? Paragraph tag. Now, my requirement is after H3 tag, that is after heading 3 tag, after H3 tag, I want to change the sibling paragraph color to, okay. I want to change the sibling paragraph color. I want to change the sibling paragraph color. What is my requirement? Everyone, what is my requirement? I want to change the sibling of which? After heading tag 3, how many ever paragraphs is there? I want to change the color. Forget about sibling. How many ever paragraphs is there? After heading tag 3, how many ever paragraphs is there? I want to change the color. Yes or no? Now, according to you people, which color, which and all paragraphs will change? Which and all, for which, if I give some color property in these tags, so now tell me, according to the requirement, which paragraph color will change? 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 Paragraph of H3. Why this paragraph will not change? That is not the sibling of H3. Yes, clear with this? Now, ma'am, how will you represent the sibling, ma'am? So now, I said after heading 3, whichever is the paragraph, after heading 3, whichever is the paragraph, change the color to, change the color. Will it happen? Will it happen? What happened? The immediate sibling, the next sibling got changed, the color got changed, but this paragraph did not change. Why? Because I have already mentioned in my requirement saying that after heading 3, whichever paragraph is there, I want to change the color. Yes or no? Ma'am, this is very simple, ma'am. Why will you use this adjacent sibling selector? Suppose, for an example, consider you have 100 H3 tags. You have 100 H3 tags and you have 100 paragraph tags to that. Okay. In that one, manually, will you always go and check, okay, this is the heading, this is the paragraph. For this one, the color should change. Will you do like this? At that time, can I directly say for the heading 3, suppose what I said, you have H3 tags 100. You have 100 heading 3 tags. Manually, you cannot every time go and check which is the sibling of that H3 tag. Yes or no? So, what I will do, I will be using adjacent sibling selector and I will say, for this H3 tag, I want the paragraph color to change with some other color. Yes or no? So, out of those 100, if it has any paragraphs in that heading after the H3 tag, will it change all the colors? Yes or no? Then only you will be using this adjacent sibling selector. Clear? Done? You had 2. You easily said. But if you have lakhs together, see, obviously, when you people are developing any web application, being a developer, obviously your code will not always be 100 lines of code, 200 lines of code. You will have n number lines of code. At that time, you will be using this adjacent sibling selector. Clear? Done? Online students, clear? My dear online students, clear? Any doubts you have? Any doubts you have? No. Okay. So done with selectors. What are the different types of selectors? ID selector, where you will be representing by hash. class selector dot element selector, the element name, group selector, element name, comma, element one. Universal selector, you just have to use that star symbol. And then child selector, you will be using the greater symbol. Yes. And descendant selector also the same thing. And then attribute selector, you have to mention the attribute name. You have to mention the attribute name. And this adjacent sibling selector, element name 1 plus element name 2, and you can pass the property name and property value. Clear? Clear, guys? Any doubt? Any doubt? Pakka? Clear with selectors? Done? Can I move to the next one? Guys, first of all, try this one. Open your laptops. Try this one in your lap. Try this in your laptops. Soon. Try this in your laptops. Everyone. See, if I write, you people now will say yes. But when you do it in your laptops, you may get doubt. Then if you have any doubts, please do call me. I'm here on. Wish you've got the laptop. You can use with him. Anna. Anna. Call him. ತೋರ್ಸಪ್ಪ ಒಬ್ನೇ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ Done? Everyone? Done? Shall I move with the next one? Next one is called as border properties. Border properties. Next one is called as border properties. So you people have already learned with border properties, yes or no? Have you learned? What are the different types of border properties you saw? Huh? So you people saw about something called as, okay. So now you people learn something called as, in this border, you have something called as border width. Yes or no? You people have already seen this. Next one, you have something called as border style. Yes or no? Next one, you have seen something called as border color. Yes or no? Yes or no? In this border style, you have three types. One is solid, one is dotted, and the other one is dashed. Yes or no? Yes, this is the things which you guys saw. The shorthand of all these three, the shorthand of all these three is nothing but border, width, style, color. The shorthand is this only. You want to use this. If you don't want, use this. Clear? Done? Other than this, see, till now, you people have seen how to give borders. Yes or no? That too by changing the color and by styles. Yes or no? That is with either solid or dotted or dashed. Yes. Now, let us see. Now, let us see how to add. 1 second. Now, let us see for that border how you can add image. For that border, how to add image. ಅವರು ತುಂಬಾ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಓ ಅಂತ. How to add border, sorry, how to add image to the border. Okay, we'll see that. So now let me go here, create one new file, that is border dot, it already exists, borders dot html. Okay, shortcut in raw, shift tab enter. Okay, okay, let me remove this. And for the title, what will I take the title as? What will I take the title as? Title, let me take it as border properties. Okay, so now inside this body, let me consider one, what? Inside this border, let me consider one div tag. Let me consider one div tag. Okay, yes, I will not give any content to this div tag. I will not give any content to this div tag. Okay, for now, what will I do here? So now, okay, let me consider one div tag and let me consider one paragraph tag. Okay, clear? I'll save this. I'll just save this. Now, I'll go here and I will type the style tag. Clear? Clear? Now, which is the first tag I said? Now, let me add some border properties to that paragraph tag. Now, let me add some border properties to that paragraph tag. Ma'am, for that paragraph, you have not passed any content. If you pass or you don't pass that content to that name, sorry, content to that tag, it will be considered as one element only. Though you give the content or you don't give the content, it will be considered as one element only. Clear? Done? So now inside the style tag, which is the first tag here, that is the paragraph tag. Which selector is this? What type of selector is this? Element selector? Yes or no? So now inside this paragraph tag, I am just saying border width. I will say 2 pixels. Okay. Now, if I just give, now let me show you one thing before that. I will give border. Okay. I will say 2 pixels. I will say solid and I will say red. Okay. Semicolon. Save this. Let me remove this. What's happening here? Ma'am, the ma'am border. Oh, where's the border? I have only top border. Where is left, right, bottom? Where is it? Where it went? Where it went? That also evaporated. Huh? That also evaporated. No. I'm getting only one border line. Why? Why? I am getting only one border line. Why? Because I have not passed any content inside the paragraph tag. Yes or no? I have not passed any content. Whenever you don't pass any content inside any tag, while using border properties, you will just get one single line. Clear? Done? Now, for the same border, let me give some height and width. For the same border, let me give some height. Height I will give around 30 pixel. And next, I will give some width. The width also I will give 40 pixels. Okay. Will I get it? Will I get the border? Yes, but not a big one. According to the dimension, whichever I have given, it is getting displayed according to that. Yes. Now, ma'am, let me alone now use with border width. Now you got to know like this. Shorthand of border you got to know. Alone, now let me use something called as border width. Let me give 2 pixels. Then let me give border, what is that? Next one is border style. Let me give dotted. Okay. And let me use another one property of border, that is nothing but border color. Let me give plum. Am I getting the border? I'm getting only one single line because I have not passed any content inside the paragraph tag. Yes or no? Now, okay, this one you got to know. If you pass some content, you will get it. Let us see by passing some content. Yes or no? So now inside this paragraph tag, let me take my own name. Okay, I'll save this, go back. Am I getting it? Am I getting it? Yes. Ma'am, this one I know, ma'am. I know to do this. But now, if you go to this code, I have considered one div tag. Am I in my code, is any div tag getting displayed? Why? Because there's no content inside that. Yes or no? So now, again, inside the style tag, let me consider the div tag. Okay. For this one, you have still more border properties that is called as border. That is called as border Can you see here border top width? Border top width means the starting of the line. So let me give it around 5 pixel. Yes or no? Sorry. Yeah. Let me give it around how much? 5 pixels. Okay. Done with this. Now, again, I have something called as border. Again, I have something called as border top style. Okay. Let me give it as dashed. Okay. Next one, again you have something called as border top color. Border top color, and let me give it as blue. Guys, there's nothing different here. You have only this color. Okay, you have border top, border top, border top. If you observe here, you have the same width, same style. Sorry, you have the same width, same style, same color. I am applying these properties only to the top part. Only to the top part. Ma'am, I want to add it to the bottom part, ma'am. What will you do? What will you do? So then here only let me consider, or should I take another one div tag? No. I have considered only one div tag. So now I will use border bottom width. How much shall I give? I'll give 10 pixels. Okay. And next one, I'll give border bottom style. Let me give it as solid. Okay. Next one you have what? Border, row, border bottom color. Okay. And let me give the color as brown. I'll save this. Go back. Refresh. Am I getting it? Am I getting it? Am I getting it? Am I getting it? Can't pompiದೆ, man. It's stuck, man. Why it is stuck? No content inside that? Yes or no? Clear with this? Give some content, you will get it. Yes, done. For the bottom top and for the border bottom, I have used different styles. You got to know about this one? Yes. Can I move to the next one? Yes or no? Online students. Online students. Are you online or offline? My dear online students, are you people online or offline? Teju is hyperactive. Okay, very good. Nice. Done? Done? So now let me remove this paragraph tag. Let me remove this paragraph tag. Here also I will remove this paragraph tag. Let me alone consider one div tag. Okay. Let me alone consider one div tag, and let me remove all these. Okay. So now inside this div tag, I will just give border. I will just use the shorthand of this. What is the shorthand of this? Border. I will give 5 pixels. I will give solid, and I will give it as. Okay. So how will I get the output? One single line. Yes or no? One single line. Now, ma'am, you said you will add some image to this, ma'am. Image ಆಗ್ತಿರಂತೆ. Yes or no? So now what I will do here, for this one, before this, let me give some height. Okay. Let me give some height, and let me give this height as 200 pixels. And after this, let me give the width as 400 pixels. Okay. Let me go back. Have I got the height and width? Yes or no? I have got the height and width. Now for this border, I want to add one image. For this border, I want to add one image. So now what I will do, how will you add image? To any link, to anything, if you want to add one image, you were using img tag and you were using source attribute. Yes or no? But I want to add image to the border here. Yes or no? So now you have something called as border. You have something called as border image source. You have something called as border image source. And now here I will not be using the source attribute. I will not be using the source attribute, but instead I will be using something called as URL. Previously in HTML, what you people used to do, if I wanted to add some image, you were using img, src, and that image name. Yes or no? Now I am trying to add image. Yes, but not to the page, but to the border. So only I am using the property called as border image source. Yes or no? Yes or no? And for that one, what is the attribute I'm using? Sorry, what is the type I am giving it as? I'm using it as URL. So now inside this URL, you give the image name. Inside this URL, you give the image name. I have already downloaded one image. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll save this. Okay. Will I get the image to the border? Yes or no? Ma'am, ma'am. Dot kanistide. Can you see? The image is here. Yes or no? Not only one image. Not only one image. I have added the image of V stand for you solutions. Okay. If you people observe here, do you have 4 images? Four dots you have? Yes or no? Ma'am, you said you will get image, ma'am. Where is image? Image is there. But when you use the property called as border image source with the URL, it will just take, if suppose this is one complete image. This is one complete image. If I don't use one property, it will just take a part of image from all the 4 corners. It will just take a part of image from all the 4 corners. That is what is getting displayed. Yes or no? Ma'am, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I want to see everything in a big manner. So then I will use another one property. I will use another one property called as border image. Can you see something called as border image slice? So previously the image was in slice format only, no? Where I said it was taking only a part of it. So in a professional manner, you will call it as slice of the image. Yes or no? Yes. So now for this slice of the image, let me give some pixels. Okay. 50 and 20. Okay. I'll save this. Go back. Refresh. Am I getting? Ma'am, nan image nodlarde henge helli. Okay, let me show you the image. This is my image. This is my image. Now, if you go back to your code, nan enanta save madidde? What did I save it as? So now, if you go here, if you observe, yes or no? Yes or no? Am I getting the image? Image is not, I'm not getting the complete image, but I am getting that image part I am getting. Yes or no? If I increase the slice, shall I increase the size? Yes or no? So let me give it as 80/40. Let me save this. Go back. Okay, but you're getting it. Yes or no? Let me try it with something else. One number adru helru adunu nanu hella. Ma'am, invisible. Okay. Let me give 20/30. Vesto, I'll give 8. Oh, 1 and 1 ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಕೊಡ್ರು 5. Am I getting the image? Guys, the image is not clearly, but can you see I am getting that image to the border? Yes or no? For border, did I give any color? I just added the image. Yes or no? So now, after this, now let me use another property called as image width. Let me use one property called as, let it be 50/20 only. That was so good. That was at least visible something. Yes or no? Yes. Something is visible here. Yes or no? So now, and I will use another one border property. I will use another one border property called as border image. I will use something called as border image. Can you see something called as border image width? Yes, I will give it around 40 pixels. Save this. Am I getting? Am I getting? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? When will I get this image? When you use another one property called as border image width. When you increase the width size, can you see the border is there? I have got the image also. But if you clearly observe here, you have some space left here. Clearly you observe. Yes or no? Do you have it or not? Why am I getting a big hole here? Because this is just the border, guys. This is just the border. This is not the complete image. I am trying to add image to the border. Yes or no? And by increasing the width of the image. So only I am getting that borders, sorry, that image border I am getting or not? I am getting. But inside that, I am not getting complete image. You still have something left. I will give some background color to this. I will give some background color to this. So let me go here and let me say background color and let me give it as can you see? Yes or no? Can you see? Got to know how to add images to the border? Yes? Clear with this? Clear with this? Any doubt you have? Any doubt you have? You can add images to iframes also. You can add images to iframes also. Iframes, you know. What is iframe? What is iframe? No, Dushyant will answer. Dushyant, what is iframe? Huh? What is iframe? Vivek, what is iframe? What is iframe? Hey, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ದೆ ಇರೋದ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀನ ನಾನು? Pinky, what is iframe? ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಕ್ಕಿದ್ದೀರೋ ದಂಡ್ಪಿಂಡ. Okay, done. Clear with this, guys? Any doubts you have? Online students? My dear online students, yes or no? Online students, yes or no? Share. ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ. Share the code, share the code. Guys, you have the code here. Please take the picture. Do one thing, take the picture. Picture ತಗೊಳ್ರೋ. ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಬರ್ಕೋತಾರೆ. Done? What we learned today? What we learned today? My dear lovely students, what did we learn today? What did we learn today? ನಾನು ಜೋರಾಗಿ ತಿರ್ಚಿದ್ರೇನೆ ನೀವು ಮಾತಾಡೋದು. You learned about universal selector, child selector, descendant selector, attribute selector, adjacent sibling selector, and border properties, and also how to add images to the borders. Clear with this? Clear with this? What are the different types of border properties? Border width, border style, border color, then astena border top width, border top style, border top color. Yes, the same with bottom. Other than dot also, you learn something called as border image source, where you will be passing the URL. Next one, border image slice. Next one, border image width. Clear with border properties? Next class, we will see how to add borders to iframes, how to add borders to tables, okay, and shadowing properties. Okay, clear with this? But only if I put everything into your head, first of all, as soon as you people leave here, it will get evaporated like that only. Again, if I teach this also, everything will get evaporated. Clear? Done? Let me share the scanner. Online students, clear? My dear online students, clear? Any doubts you have? No. Okay, good. One second, wait. Please scan your attendance. If you people have done scanning with your attendance, you can leave for the day. Thank you.